Hi everybody, Brian here from Witch Doctor Series. Just wanted to demonstrate the style of shooting here off this bench. This is a style that's called free recoil. Basically, you don't touch the rifle at all. You set it in some pretty solid front and rear rest here. And all you do is come over and touch the trigger. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate here how to shoot free recoil. Have your round, go ahead and chamber it, get lined up really good on your target. Okay, notice I'm not touching the rifle at all, I'm just touching the joystick here. And I am on target really good. What I'll do is I'll take my finger here, get it on the trigger. Okay, make sure my shoulder is positioned to take the recoil, and at this point go ahead and light gentle touch, set that trigger to really low setting. Pull out your case, take a look at it. This case is showing a good sine wave pattern on the neck, which means it's getting sealed up really good up there. There's another way to do this I'll demonstrate here. If you're a new shooter, just starting to shoot free recoil, here's a recommendation that I have. Let's go ahead and chamber your round. Make sure it's set nicely in the rest here. I return to battery really well. With this solid rest, you should be able to return to battery almost exactly, many times exactly where you shot. So for people that are new, what I do recommend is putting your thumb back here. This will help give you a sense for where the trigger is. And then put your trigger finger gently on there and gently tap. And that's another way that I recommend for new shooters to practice their free recoil shooting, is with their thumb on the back of this trigger guard, and then gently bring their trigger finger up and pull the trigger. Okay, going to demonstrate to you a few things. The front rest here, you want a nice movement here of your rifle. You want it to recoil back freely. You want the bag set so that your rifle is not moving right and left too much. There's a good tight squeeze, but you want to make sure it's not too tight, because you want it to freely recoil back. And you want your rifle to touch your front barrier there, and that way when it goes back and comes back forward, it's touching in the same spot. On your rear bag, you want to set it up so that your stock is sitting in these ears really nicely. Get a lot of sand in this rear bag. I see a lot of people use not enough sand, and so that changes the up and down and the vertical. So getting enough sand in there to have it really steady. It may get the bottom of the stock touching the bottom of the bag, and that's fine. Sometimes you'll get it up a little bit, but as long as it's riding in these ears and it has a steady back and forth, you're all set. So you want it to move back and forward smoothly, freely. You want to make sure this bag is perfectly lined up with your front rest here. Okay, that way you have perfect alignment, and it will return to battery on target. Again, most of the time in the exact same spot, exact same aim point as before. Sometimes it's off a little bit, and so you got to adjust with the joystick, but ideally you'd have it set so that it recoils back and then forward, and it returns to battery into the same aim point. So that's the setup here with a bench bag gun on a solid front rest and a solid rear rest. Alright everybody, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you again.